Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Xeno, the personification of a cry for help, and we are finally here with one of my most highly anticipated visual novels I am so excited to read, and that is The Theater by Rhettoe Raven, the creator of The Curious Case of Route 19 and the beloved Image 1697. Y'all, this is the big one. This is the main visual novel from this creator. And by the time I'm recording this, it's going to be National Crow and Raven Appreciation Day, and so everyone give Rhettoe Raven your love. And also, this is so funny considering that later today I'm going with a friend to the theaters to watch Mother Mary. So this could not be more perfect. So essentially the premise of the theater, from what we know, is there are people going to this theater and they all fucking suck. They don't, that's all you need to know. But I've been wasting a lot of time, so let's just hurry up and get started, shall we? Enjoy your film! Oh god, I got everything. I got my fiber electrolyte drink mix. Oh! Oh, this is just like the trailer. Ooh! Oh, I'm loving this. Oh, this is so cool. Team Corvus presents. In collaboration with Dante Cinemas and Midwestern Film Association. I'm pretty sure those are the two fictional associations for this game. An Allighieri Brothers production. A visual novel by Rhettoe Raven. Oh my god, has the stars Jack Harper, which I know is the name of the main character. Fabio! Permisi via della cita dolente, permisi via de Leono Dolore, okay. That was that from the Inferno? I said that right. I'm loving this already. This is cool. That's a glitch. Shitty Easter egg. Bless this mess. Wait, is the whole visual novel gonna be in this style where it's recorded in a 4x3? That's really cool. Let's see. The bloody Jay runs into a small burger joint. Is that Mordecai? It's either Mordecai from Regular Show or Artemis from Promises to Keep. Somewhere on the edge of Old Market. It's not far from the place he just escaped. He stumbles through the restaurant, passing patrons who give him weird looks. When he reaches the front desk, he rings the service bell frantically. Okay, be right out. A gruff voice calls from the kitchen. It only takes several seconds before a round, middle-aged hawk emerges from the kitchen. He immediately recognizes the roughed-up bird. Richie? Hey, Johnny. Johnny looks the Jay up and down in silence. You know you've got quite a bit of blood on you. Huh? The Jay looks down and notices the large red stains on his shirt, splattering across his torso. Oh, yeah. Don't worry, it's not even mine. Johnny furrows his brow. I'm pretty sure that's a cause for more concern, hon. The restaurant's guests have stopped eating their food, instead looking at the Jay. A mother turns her infant son's head away, telling him not to stare, while doing exactly that. Where you've been, Richie? Oh, yeah, hey listen, so, remember that movie theater I went to? The hawk nods upwards. Yeah, so, some bad shit happened there. Like, really fucked up shit. And, I'm gonna need to call the cops, you know? Uh-huh, so that's where you've been for the past 3 days? I know how it sounds, but... Just then, a police siren sounds not too far from the restaurant. Richie lights up. Well, how about that? I'll just be right back. Be right back. The Jay stumbles out of the joint, and the hot goes after him. The curious patron still gazes at them. Jay runs down the street in the direction of the sirens. Richie, come on! You look like you just escaped a mental hospital. Well, I might as well have. He runs to the intersection. A police car drives towards him. Hey! Hey, cops! Over here! Bastards. But the car doesn't stop. It ignores him and speeds down the road. Come on! Yet the Jay waves his arms and walks into the street. Come on, cops! Over here!
Death!
Well then, that escalated quickly. Like, that really got out of hand. Out of nowhere, a semi strikes the Jay. Even after the fact, it speeds down the road and is gone in a second. Not the hit and run. Really? In an instant, the Jay is splattered across the intersection. The hawk just stands at the corner, looking at the remains of his friends. Wait, I know it's a reference to 297 North 19th Street. I got that. I got that. I got that. Fuck. What the fuck is happening right now? May these flames cleanse thy soul from the whorish nether voids. Ah! What is happening? What are you doing? So he was watching a movie. So this is like a movie. I just didn't realize. Oh my god. I'm loving this so far. And it just started. You know, I would always laugh at those cheesy horror flicks from like 20 years before I was born. And then I lived through one. The theater! Let's go! Let's fucking go! Part 1. Paradise. The song by With No Temptation or the song by Zandria? I like both. Look at this little scruntly! Perhaps this isn't a great idea. Oh well, I've already made the journey. Shouldn't make it pointless. I sent 3 flights of exposed wooden stairs to the complex's top floor. When I reached the faded green door with the rusty 319 sign, I timidly knocked 3 times. It doesn't take long for someone to answer. The door opens to reveal a gray cat 7 years older than me. She looks at me with slight surprise. Well, well, what brings you here, Jack? Hey, Sabs, just thought I'd come over. Ah, will you come on in? She ushers me inside. What's mine is now yours. Do you want the house tour? I can take you to the 1st, 2nd, 3rd floor. Omaha, Nebraska. Monday, Thursday. Oh, the cat girl has a cat. I love that. I hope you didn't start another kitchen fire. Not yet. The walls of my sister and her girlfriend's apartment are decorated with movie posters. She's probably as much a cinephile as I am. The posters include notable classics and some of her more modern favorites. Their pet cat Noodles rubs against my leg before sitting on his perch. I remember when our family had a big feud about the ethics of owning pets. It was nasty. Wait. She stops me before I have a chance to move deeper inside. I just glance at her. Oh wait, I just noticed the Image 697 poster! I need to read that closely. Written and directed by Everett Forrest. Halloween. Interesting. Did I do something wrong? Probably. You didn't walk all the way here, did you? I've been caught. The best I can do is raise my shoulders and grin sheepishly. She stops and shakes her head. Unacceptable. You could have at least taken the bus, buddy. That's like a 2-hour walk. I needed the fresh air? Well, I'm going to get you some water because you must be sweating your whiskers off. Go sit down and rest your legs. I followed her gesture to the couch, snickering at her bossy tone. Okay, Mom, young man. Several minutes later, we're sitting down around a coffee table. I occasionally take gulps from a cup of water. I don't admit it to her, but the liquid is rejuvenating. And even after that long trek, my tired leg bobs up and down. The two of us are silent at first, but it isn't long before Sabrina strikes up a conversation. So, why are you actually here, Jack? You don't really just show up without announcement. I finally forced my leg to stop moving. I did come here for a reason. I shouldn't waste it. Well, Butterflies flutter in my stomach as I prepare to answer. I had a dream last night. Oh, I see. A bad one? Yeah, this one was particularly nasty. Sabrina's usual teasing demeanor relents on my answer. This is how I know she's truly listening. I see, but couldn't you have gone to Dr. Norwood? Well, yeah, I could have, but I just felt like it wasn't major enough to go to her, you know? Is that it, though? And, well, to be honest, I kind of thought you would understand it better, seeing as, you're my sister and all. She nods in silence. Well, I'm not a therapist, that's for sure, but I appreciate you talking to me. I chuckle. Yeah, likewise. Okay, rewind. What happened in the dream? Well, the images I saw last night flashed back to me. A cruel familiarity. It wasn't really anything new. I was walking along the train tracks, the ones at Union Station, and there was, the top half of a man running on his arms, and he was saying some very bad things. Like what? I forgot. I just remember it being bad. Then it must not have been that important, you know? I guess so. I doubt it was anything I hadn't thought before, but I don't know. I guess I was just in a rough spot when I had that dream, and that just kinda made it worse. Yeah. Well, stress can do that. Has something been stressing you out lately? I think it was just mood swing stuff. I see. Have you seen the handyman in your dreams lately? Who? That question feels like digging up an ancient curse. Who? No, I haven't seen him since. Yeah. She nods in understanding. Now it's just a half-man running on his arms. Sabrina looks at the window with a distant gaze. Clouds dot the afternoon sky, creating a messy canvas of blue, gold, and gray. Well, that's depressing. I think what you need is a movie. Have you been to the theater lately? I'm going tonight! Mother Mary, bitches! No, not since February. There's not really anything playing right now that interests me. Well, I got a solution for you. Have you ever tried the Dante Theater? You're really gonna tell him to distract himself by going to see a movie instead of confronting his psychological torments? And you know what? I do the same. Shit. I just look at her in silence, though my ears perk up. Perked ears. Got your attention, did I? Well, it's a more art house theater downtown, kind of close to Old Market. Jordan and I tried out their mystery movie that they do every Friday evening. Oh yeah? How was it? The movie was fine, but the theater is gorgeous. Like, you'd have to see it to believe it. Hearing Sabrina praise this theater I've never heard of is certainly making me light up. Well then, consider my interest piqued. Oh yeah, definitely give it a try. Oh, I will. You said the mystery movie thing was every Friday evening? Yes, indeed. Though, if you do go, Jack. Hmm? What? Please just take the damn bus. I chuckle at her. Alright, I promise. Good Friday! The long walk downtown finally takes a toll on me when I reach the Jean Lie. Some local punk band is performing at the amphitheater. And there's quite a crowd. It kinda surprises me that so many people would come out in this weather. It would be a pleasant evening, if it weren't for the damn wind making it so unnecessarily cold. I wish I could hang out here for a bit and admire the riverfront, but I've got to get going. The mystery movie starts at 7, so in about half an hour. Now, I believe Sabrina said that Dante was between the 13th and 14th Streets, some street north of Old Market too. So I find 14th and walk north. It doesn't take long for the noise of the mall's crowd to fade behind me, being replaced with the noise of traffic. I keep my eyes peeled for a marquee or any landmark of a movie theater as I trek through the city. Past a developing plot of land that I'm sure was empty last time I was here. Past a trail of pioneer sculptures bringing two time periods together. Past an exceptionally painted historic mural covering an entire side of a building. And finally I see it. A beacon that, as I approach, takes the form of a singular vertical word. Dante. And the building I behold is glorious. Nestled tightly between two brick buildings, a stone edifice of great detail stands. The name of the theater is lit up on opposite sides by light bulbs, a simple yet effective method so that passing cars may know this theater's name. The marquee's light bulbs further illuminate the fine details on the facade. Arches, reference, vertical indents, rows of a floor design marking the floors, gargoyles watching over the streets. Am I gazing upon a cinema or a cathedral? Yeah, right? Also, what was the most famous quote from Dante's Inferno? Abandon all hope, ye who enter here. Am I gonna see that quote in this visual novel? Who knows? Either way, this is definitely my destination. The Dante Theater. Supposedly the most prestigious cinema in the Midwest. Interestingly, the horizontal marquee hanging over the entrance doesn't bear any words. No titles or events, nothing. I can see lights on inside, so I hope it's open. I step onto the street separating me from the Dante. It's so close. What the shit?! I jump back onto the sidewalk, a scream catching in my throat as a vehicle whips by right in front of me. I swear I feel the clanking of train wheels in my chest, but there is no train. Thanks for waiting, asshole! A young raven floats off the car speeding down the street. Is that you, Rhettoe? But the car is already gone, off to speed without any regard for the safety of pedestrians and drivers. Meanwhile, I just stand at the corner, trying to control my breaths, which are a lot quicker than they really should be. What is happening? You okay? The raven, probably a college student, looks at me with slight concern. He definitely knows my panicking. I take a breath and gulp some air down before I answer. Yeah, I'm fine. The raven shrugs before walking back onto the road, making sure to look in every direction. I build up some courage and step onto the street myself. I just dash across the street to get out of it as quickly as possible. Fucking drivers. It's okay, it's all past. And besides, I'm here now. I approach the Dante, and soon I'm under the blank marquee. I make my way to the box office, a little box nudged between two sets of grand glass doors. Behind the pane sits a golden snake, looking at me intently as I approach the window. You've come in at a good time. Welcome to the Dante Theater. The snake's voice is smooth, silky, yet I also detect a slight raspy undertone. The first sentence confuses me for a second, but I just shrug it off. Good evening. One adult for the mystery movie, please. The snake leans forward, narrowing their eyes. Their slit-like pupils pierce my soul. It unsettles me for some reason, but I keep quiet. Shit, did I say something wrong? Right away. Never breaking their gaze, they tap away at some small device with a screen. Soon enough, a small strip of paper is dispensed from the device. The snake grabs the ticket, but they don't hand it to me quite yet. Instead, they grab a hole puncher and punch a single hole into the ticket, keeping their eyes on me the entire time. Without even blinking, they hand me the ticket and smile. Enjoy the movie. Thank you. I grab the ticket and head inside. That was strange. I feel a little violated, but grateful to be out of this unusually chilly April night. Soon I cross the threshold, and I enter another world. Ooh, that's pretty. This actually looks familiar. I remember going to a movie theater where it had this exact same, like, design. I think it was the Maya, I believe. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on this, okay? But that was the theater I went to, and it's really pretty. I do love the Cinemark theaters because they're closer to me, but they don't really have this nice design. You know what I mean? I'm immediately awestruck by the expansive lobby. The room is coated with red. The velvet carpet bears an intricate design of colorful lines that wrap around each other. 4 sandstone pillars mark the corners of the lobby center. Designs resembling Egyptian hieroglyphs are carved and painted into them, and they would wrap up the pillars. And finally, the pillars draw the eye up to a massive dome in the ceiling. It feels like it stretches on for miles, even though I know it's not really that big. Painted on the dome are many circles that wrap around each other. They shrink further and further until they encircle the center of the dome. And that's not even counting all the intricate details painted among the circles. I notice figures wandering, pushing weights up hills, swimming, burning. Oh, it's all the circles of hell and the circles of purgatory. Because I know the pushing weights up hills was definitely one of the rings in purgatory. I remember that. And then swimming and burning, obviously, you could chalk those up to being from the Inferno. It's like a spiral or some kind of optical illusion meant to entrance whoever lives upon it. I think it's working. I could spend hours just gazing upon this lobby, searching for the most minute details. But I've got to get going. As I make my way to the concession stand at the back of the lobby, I notice that the room is mostly empty, just me and a handful of other people. As I move closer, I notice a pair of red foxes, one of whom I immediately recognize. Oh god. My stomach tightens as I look at the taller fox in a red suit. No, please not now. Who's the other fox in the black dress? Sibling? Relative? I don't know. I'm just going to get my popcorn and hope he doesn't notice me. Jack? God damn it. I try to pull a sweet smile as I turn to face the fox. Hey, Toby. Well, well, well. Long time no see. How have you been, Jack? I've been... good. I'm just going to hope he doesn't remember the last time we saw each other. Okay, that's bullshit. He definitely remembers. He's probably thinking about it right now. Yeah? Life treating you well? Well enough. I try to hide my discomfort through a forced smile. It's probably not working. The other fox walks up behind Toby. A coyote follows her. Ah, you know this guy, Toby? Yep. Paula, meet Jack Harper, classmate of mine in college. I raise my hand in an awkward attempt to be courteous. Jack, meet my fiancée, Paula. Fiancé? Like, as in... Oh no. Did he what? Like, what? What do you mean, did he? Nice to meet you, Mr. Harper. I must have been in a daze since Paula's voice snaps me back to earth. The victim smiles sweetly and extends her hand. I suddenly realize my face is loose, so I force a smile. I take her hand in mine and shake it, still feeling tight in the stomach. I'm loving the sound of the popcorn, okay? Ooh, I'm hungry. I try my best to keep my ears from pointing sideways. Just chat is fine. Paula here is actually a marketing manager at Fortuna. What's that? It's a company seeking new ways to improve filmmaking technology. So, what, you make, like, cameras and stuff? Yeah, sort of. We're currently developing an all-new kind of machine that will really help speed up the filmmaking process. What, AI? Really? What is it? Well, first it will assist in fields like VFX, making workers' jobs a little easier. Then soon it will become intuitive enough to work all by itself. So AI. And VFX is just the beginning. Imagine what it could do after. Writing and acting, it's AI! Fuck, I clocked it! Filmmaking will no longer be such a laborious process. Can you imagine that? How am I supposed to respond to that by saying fuck you? Yeah, cool. Sorry about that. She gets real upset about that stuff. Yeah, it's fine. So, Jack, huh? Never seen or heard of you before. Toby seems to just now realize that Coyote is behind him. Oh, friend, yep. The Coyote turns to look at me, and I feel his eyes scrutinizing me. Frederick. Jack. But I, guess you knew that already. I feel violated. I am uncomfortable. Toby never spoke of you before. Really? I'm not sure whether I should feel relieved on Toby's behalf or offended on mine. Probably both. Been a while, I guess. I notice a slight discomfort in Toby's grin. I feel drained already, and I just arrived. So, you here to see a movie? Okay, I'm done with this conversation. Yeah, that's kind of what movie theaters are for. Cool. Mystery movie? Yep. Quick, make an excuse. My deus ex machina is the warm scent of fresh popcorn hitting my nostrils. Perfect. Well then, I'm gonna go get my popcorn. Yep, I'll, see you around, I guess. Good to see you again, Jack. Likewise. Nice to meet you, Jack. Fuck you. Yeah. I try to be as smooth as possible as I close the excruciating gap between me and the concession stand. Oh god, I knew it was gonna be some AI bullshit. Fucking hell! As soon as she said, it's gonna make things so easier. I just knew it. Well, that was fucking awkward. I try to put that whole thing aside and focus on the scent of popcorn wafting over from behind the counter. God, I love that smell. I can't wait for that tonight! I finally arrive at the stand and a wolf comes over to greet me. Welcome to the Dante. What can I get for you tonight? His fur is all white, which surprises me. Albino, maybe? I don't think I've ever seen an albino anything, really. I shouldn't stare. I need popcorn. Give me popcorn. Yeah, just popcorn and a drink, please. You got it. Any butter on that popcorn? No, thanks. Coming right up. The albino wolf smiles as he turns around to get my popcorn. Stop saying albino, dummy. It sounded a lot like a slur at this point. Toby and Paula laugh behind me, and I have to restrain myself from looking back at them. Here you go, sir. The wolf comes back with a large tub of golden popcorn. That's probably like $16.50. That salty scent that attracted me so is now assaulting my nostrils. And my god, I can't get enough of it. And it's steaming too? Oh baby, this is the good stuff. The wolf knocks me out of my gawking by clearing his throat. Oh, right. I have to pay. With money. Right, sorry. Dummy. I dig through my wallet and slap the first 20 I find onto the counter, before eagerly snatching the popcorn tub and drink. Keep the change. Thank you, sir. Enjoy your movie. I fill my drink, once again trying not to look at Toby. With that done, I find my way towards the auditorium, which seems to be entered through halls on each side of the concession stand. I go through there, and I find myself in a longer hallway. The hall feels unusually empty compared to the lobby. Movie posters line up along one wall, and detail on the velvet here is minimal. On one side I spot the bathrooms, on the other, the doors to the auditorium. There's no one here. Don't I have to show my titties to someone? Oh well. Thankfully, the door pushes open so I don't have to free one of my hands, using my ass instead. Ooh, we're gonna watch a movie. I wonder what movie it's gonna be. Do you think it's Barbie? No, wait, maybe it's The Housemaid. I'm not too sure. Can't be sent help? I actually really love that movie. Or maybe it's gonna be like a more recent movie. Maybe Michael? No way, Project Hail Mary. That's a good one. I love that movie. From a small dark hallway, I emerge on the left side of the auditorium. It doesn't look super big. I count 9 rows with 9 seats each. I notice an alligator and a bull already sitting down. The bull is at the back and the gator is closer to the front, looking bored and out of his mind. There's a seat right at the center of the 7th row that looks appealing to me. It's empty, so I'm gonna take it. I will take the center of the theater any chance I get. Really? Okay, comment below, what's your ideal seat at a movie theater? Mine is specifically in the middle, in the very back. So that way, the whole screen is just right there. It's just right there, and you're above everyone. That's the ideal scene for me. I love it. Soon, Toby, Paula, and Frederick enter. They head for the center seats in what seems to be the 3rd row. So I guess they'll be in front of me. Toby will be in front of me. What is your tea on Toby? What is going on? I know Paula is an AI shill at this point, and I don't know anything about Frederick. But what's happening with Toby? Toby! Honestly, I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't sit with him, if Paula and Frederick weren't here. Whatever. Try not to think about it. We're seeing a movie. I take my seat, and voila, the perfect view. The screen is right in the center of my vision. I could not ask for a better angle. The bull is seated on a row behind me several seats to my left. This is the absolute closest I am willing to sit next to a stranger. Within the next few minutes, I spot a boar and a white bird, dove I assume, entering the auditorium and taking their seats. Oh, not much attendance tonight it seems. Thankfully, nobody sits next to me. Still, my stomach sinks, and I blankly look at the seat to my right. It's empty, of course, but part of me still wishes that. That what? That Toby could sit next to you? What is you do with Toby? To distract myself, I take a kernel of popcorn and toss it into my mouth. Oh my god. The flavor! I chew down slowly on the kernel, and it gives a satisfying crunch. The savory, slightly spicy flavor seeps out the kernel as it melts in my tongue. The flavor even lingers as I swallow the popcorn. My god, I haven't had popcorn like this, well, probably ever. Do they put some kind of seasoning on this? Drugs. They put Molly in that shithole. This puts that cardboard popcorn at my nearest multiplex to shame. I impulsively scoop a handful of popcorn and shove it into my mouth. Oh my god, flavor overload! Good evening, everyone. Huh? Oh, I guess the movie's starting. And welcome to the Dante Theater. A white wolf wearing a red suit addresses the audience from the front of the theater. Is this the same wolf from the concession stand? But his aura is slightly different now. It is an honor to have you all here tonight. I hope you all enjoyed this mystery movie, and revel in the spectacle that this theater shall bring to your experience. He then gives a smile that's too big for my comfort. His deep red eyes appear to linger on me for a few seconds. The direct eye contact burns me for some reason. Okay, buddy, slow down. So, without further ado, enjoy your movie. You're no Maria Menounos, you know that, right? Like, you're not even promoting anything that you're doing. You're not promoting your podcast like she does with Heal Squad. Like, you're not doing anything. You're nothing, okay? You're nobody. Bye. He then bows, and the audience starts clapping. Applause isn't something I normally hear in a cinema, but whatever. I clap along to make sure I don't seem like an asshole. He did look right at me, after all. The strange wolf then exits the theater, stage right. I make myself comfortable on the red velvet seat, popcorn bucket on my lap, as the lights dim, and I'm enshrouded in total darkness. Finally, the screen lights up. Light beams from the projector glide above my head. There's something so entrancing about seeing the projector beams, especially when you sit in the center towards the back of the theater. I sit back and relax as the movie plays. Yay, we're gonna watch a movie! Ooh, a winner of the Omaha Film Festival for Best Directors. This ought to be good. A Virgil entertainment presentation. Virgil from Burroughs? No, I don't trust this. Oh no, Virgil the writer. Because Dante was obsessed with him. Paradise. When I see the title card, I worry that the film is going to be some kind of religious schlock. And at first, it may seem that way, as the plot follows a beautiful young woman named Beatrice on a journey through heaven. Fuck it! Oh my god, that's the Paradiso! Except this depiction of heaven is not at all what I anticipated. I used to imagine heaven as simply a place among the clouds. This film, Paradise, however, depicts heaven as some kind of cosmic system revolving around Earth, life at the center of the universe. And it's gorgeous. So much so that I imagine myself in the film. Ooh, this is so pretty. As Beatrice soars through the cosmos, I can't help but feel like I'm drifting with her, observing all that makes us living souls worthy of divine love. We walk across the planets and the sun. We meet wise men, warriors, and kings. We stand on a belt of stars. I find myself stopping on the constellation Sagittarius. And from here, I look back upon the other celestial bodies we'd explored. Earth looks so meek, so humble from here. How have I come this far? Beatrice and I continue onward. We meet with the Virgin Mary and the first man Adam as we get closer to the highest celestial sphere. And soon we come across God? Whoa, that's cool! A bright light, surrounded by 9 revolving rings, from which angels sing. If we see God, is God going to be depicted as the book? Like in Paradiso? Beatrice looks at me, right at me, and smiles. It's a sweet smile with the radiance of 1,000 suns. We look back to the light. And we're drifting again. We fly through the rings of angels as they continue their transcendent chorus. It doesn't take long before we're engulfed by light. And from that light emerges some kind of organic shape. It's a flower. Oh yeah, because that's what the seeds of heaven look like when it's closer to God. It takes my eyes a minute to adjust. When they do, I realize just what I'm looking at. A giant rose. Glowing honeybees fly around it, pollinating its intricate petals. Beatrice looks at me one more time and shows her celestial smile. And and Beatrice is sitting on top of one of those seats. That was in the Paradiso. Before she leaves me alone. My heart sinks as she leaves me behind, but her love still warms me as she disappears among the rose's petals. But I'm not quite done yet. I ascend higher. Higher than the divine rose. This is literally just the Paradiso. And what I see next, I cannot comprehend. Three circles, all rotating. And in the center of those circles, I see someone. It's hard to make out details. I can't even identify their species. But I know who they are. It's God! It's him, with a capital H. But, am I worthy of all this? I'm just a man. But already my desire and my will were being turned like a wheel, all at one speed, by the love which moves the sun and the other stars. I understand now. Did you take something before watching this movie? Was the popcorn laced with like LSD? What the hell? Created by Cain and Abel Alighieri. Fuck, all the religious references and everything. Even as the credits roll with a sweeping score, I find myself unable to move. I understand. So that was fun. Wow. How do I even begin to describe what I just witnessed? One of the most beautiful pieces of art I've ever seen. The film's heavenly imagery lingers in my mind, and I walked out of the auditorium in a daze. So, what'd you think? It's the sound of Toby's voice that brings me back to consciousness. I find myself in the lobby. Toby, Paula, and Frederick are still together. I look around for a clock, and I find one above the concession stand. 9:23. So if the movie started at 7, that would mean it was about 2.5 hours long. Damn, was it really that long? It felt a lot shorter than that. I guess I was just that immersed. Wait, Toby's asking me about the movie. Right. What do I even say? A million thoughts run through my head, but I end up going for a simple answer. Oh yeah. I freaking loved it. He gesticulates and smiles wildly. Same. It was alright. Yeah, you would say that, you AI shell. I mean, I can see how it wouldn't be everyone's cup of tea, but Paula's response still kind of puts me off. The other patrons file back into the lobby. What made you say that? Paul opens her mouth to answer, but the white wolf emerges into the lobby and calls out. May I have your attention, everyone? The small crowd quiets down. Eyes and ears point towards the wolf. Now, I am aware that not all of us are familiar with the Dante Theater, so allow me to introduce you to a unique activity observed here. A group discussion after the mystery movie screening, where we exchange our thoughts and analysis of the film that was just shown. What? So I'm just going to chat with a bunch of strangers about a movie I just saw? You should. It's actually really fun. I remember like watching The Substance with my friend, and we were just like talking about it with some random people. That was fun. That's odd. A gravelly voice speaks up. I find it belonging to the boar. Okay, let's get the Morris voice going. I need to hydrate. What's the point of that? Thank you for asking. I find it therapeutic and socially healthy to discuss our interpretations of works of art, especially while the memory is still fresh. Socially healthy? We don't even know each other. The alligator speaks with a smoother voice that I immediately find irritating. He looks to be slightly older than me. Smoother voice? Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry, Rhettoe. I'm sorry for ruining the vision, but, you know. Even better when it's with strangers. That means higher likelihood of differing opinions, and a chance to meet new people. Not sure that's how it works, but okay. Okay, sure. Why don't you start then? Pardon? You honestly expect us to get to know each other and talk about fucking movies with each other when we don't even know you, the person organizing this? Okay, who hurt this guy? Fair enough. Introductions are the least we can do for the sake of formality. The gator huffs and steps away from the wolf. I am the owner of the Dante Theater. You can call me the Showmaster. But what about your name? This time the speaker is the bull that sat behind me. His voice is unexpectedly soft for a big guy like him. Oh, so I should give him like the Jorgen type voice? Okay, noted. Good, because that's a lot more easier on my throat than that rough voice. I prefer to keep my name a secret. Now, I will set up. Whoever wants to help may. In the meantime, I encourage everyone to organize their thoughts on Paradise. We will begin the discussion at 10 o'clock. No. The gator strides over to the entrance and pulls the door open. Except, it doesn't budge. You are going to socially interact with people, and you will like it! He pulls again. Same thing. What the shit? Oh yes, the doors will remain locked during the discussion, so no one leaves. That sounds illegal. They will be unlocked right after. And with that, the weird showmaster guy walks off somewhere to the right of the concession stand, towards what looks like a bar. Wait, there's a bar here? Well, the dim orangish lighting and shelves of glass bottles in the back surely look like a bar to me. Not sure how I missed that. He's really holding us hostage here. I'm not sure, he seems legit. I'm sure he genuinely wants to hold a discussion. The locked doors are a bit excessive, though. A bit? Wow, the irony. Several patrons turn to the gator, myself included. Huh? He wants us to mingle with each other, yet he won't give us his name. I mean, I can see where he's coming from. But at the same time, I'm starting to get sick of this guy. There's a needless aggression to his voice that makes me want him to shut up. I think this is a wonderful idea. Now the dove is talking. His voice is a smooth baritone, and it kind of tickles my ears in a comforting way that's closer to my voice, but I'm gonna do this voice because this voice is really nice. I mean, according to my opinion. Also, is he wearing church clothes? Don't get me wrong, this is definitely unexpected, but I see the chance to have a very enlightening conversation. The idea just reminds me of a high school English class where they made students analyze books or something. But now that I'm thinking about it, it probably isn't the worst idea. It might be an inconvenience at worst, especially if somebody is on a tight schedule or curfew. Even then, I'm sure they could just excuse themselves. And at the end of the day, all art warrants discussions, right? So you know what? I'll do it. I sure have stuff to say, so why not? Minutes later, the showmaster comes out carrying 2 stacks of chairs under his arms. How the hell is he lifting those all by himself? He must be packing some muscle in those arms. Now that I think about it, his shoulders are kind of big. I'm a little turned on by that thought and I need to stop. Well, if I'm going to spend some more time here, I might as well make myself busy. Want some help? Oh, sure, thanks. I help him arrange the 8 chairs in a circle. Conspiracy theory! Conspiracy theory! He's related to Julian from Route 19. He's related to Julian. It's the same wolf. These wolves have the same homicidal tendencies. Watch. Clock it. Also, I forgot to ask in the beginning, does this visual novel take place in the same universe as Route 19 and Image 1697? I want to know, because given the poster earlier, probably not, but we'll know if someone commits a murder and they see spirits as a result of that. That's how we know. Anyway. Meanwhile, everyone else stands around the lobby, looking bored. Well, besides Toby and his group, who made small talk over by the concession stand. Kind of a small crowd tonight, huh? Oh, yes. Tonight at least. Is this theater usually busier? Sometimes when a new blockbuster comes out, and even then we are sort of a last resort. People usually just go to the bigger multiplex theaters. But, yes, attendance has been lower as of late. Sometimes we have entirely empty screenings. Wow, that's kind of sad, actually. Sorry to hear about that. Is business holding up well, though? Oh, yes, from what we get, I think we're doing just fine. We appreciate any support we get. I should go to indie theaters more often. My multiplex will be fine. That place is always busy. Well then, I'll tell friends about this theater. The showmaster looks at me, his rubies for eyes widening slightly. Really? Would you? Of course. Bring some more people here, you know? Except, I don't really have many friends. I just wanted to make him feel better. The wolf gives me a smile, a genuine smile, with his canine teeth peeking through slightly. And if I did a good look at his eyes, they're probably the most radiant, deep, pure shade of red I've ever seen. They're striking against his pale, pale fur. Like blood on snow. Okay, you could cross from Vampire Knight, I see you. Thank you very much. You're too kind, sir. I wave my hand dismissively. Oh, it's nothing. Tell me, what is your name, sir? Jack. Jack Harper. Well, you seem like a good man, Jack Harper. To be honest, I'm not sure how to react to that. Thanks. But something else has my curiosity. I wonder, Mr. Showmaster. Hmm? Do you run this place all by yourself? Well, not entirely. I do have my lovely assistant Vada. She helps with the box office and some backstage stuff. I'm sure you've met her. The snake? Oh, is she the snake? Indeed. Interesting. Do you have family around to help out or something? I probably shouldn't be asking personal questions like this, but sometimes I can't help but wonder. Well, I had a brother. Had? Yes. I actually founded this theater with him. We ran it together for a couple of years. Is he Abel? And his brother's Cain? Are they the directors of that movie? Or is he Cain and his brother's Abel? But then, he was murdered. He's Cain. He's Cain. I'm clotting the T. Oh. I wasn't expecting that. Shit. Did they ever catch the person who did it? Nope. I just wake up one morning and next thing I know, my brother was found with his throat slit in an abandoned warehouse. That bitch. I'm not sure how to feel about that. I'm sorry to hear that. The words come out of me automatically, but I guess they work because the showmaster gives me another smile. Thank you, Mr. Harper. You're a good man, I'm sure of it. Really? Okay then. I come back to consciousness, and I realize that we have finished setting up long ago. The chairs are now set in a circle. The first thing I do is look back at the clock. 9:38. Looks like there's still some time before the discussion. I do think it's a good idea, by the way. The discussion thing, I mean. It is. Yeah. The whole keeping people locked in thing is a little excessive, though. Oh. The showmaster looks away for a silent moment, before walking away. He retreats back towards the bar area, and ascends a flight of stairs I hadn't seen previously. Is he not going to address that? That's not really a good look. I guess I better gather my thoughts for the discussion. Although as eager as I am to talk about paradise, I am immediately tired, and a little weirded out. I look back towards Toby, still with his fiancée. He looks perfectly content, and that upsets me for some reason. I excuse myself and find the restroom in silence. As I relieve myself, I try to properly organize my thoughts on the movie, but I find them muddled by thoughts of Toby. Why is he here? Why tonight? Why must I encounter him right after having one of those nightmares? I guess I'll try to come up with something for the discussion. I wash my hands. As I do so, Frederick the Coyote comes out of the stall. As he washes his hands, he doesn't even try to hide his side eye. Were you really friends with Toby? Is he really doing this? Yeah? I mean, we talked every now and then, but we were mainly classmates in college. You sure? That was bullshit, I'm a terrible liar. Positive. Was just wondering. I've seen you two together before. Fuck. We studied together sometimes. He turns to look at me, and he doesn't even hide the doubt in his eyes. God, I'm so bad at this. The coyote finishes washing his hands. Okay. He sounds unconvinced. Of course he is. Without another word, he leaves the restroom. I'm actually alone now. Good. I stare down at the sink as I wash my hands, drifting away. I glance up at the mirror, only to snap right back to earth when I see a red fox standing behind me. Jesus! Sorry. When I realize it's just Toby, I calm down and try to flatten my now puffed tail fur. It's fine, just... Surprise me is all. Sorry. Stop saying sorry. Okay. We stand in an awkward silence for a moment. When I look at him, the reminders of this cruel twist of fate weigh me down. I want to divert my eyes to look anywhere else but at him. But they just look right at his uncomfortable eyes. And soon a question falls out of my mouth. Why are you here? What? I mean, like, what brought you to this theater? Tonight, at the same time as me? Well, I had no idea you would be here tonight. Well, I am. And I can't get you out of my fucking head. I guess I said that a little too aggressively since Toby looked at me with concern. Jack, is something up? Can't he take a hint? I don't know, you tell me. The thought sighs heavily. Look, if this is about that, I'm sorry, okay? Yeah. I think about it all the time, and I just get so embarrassed. Huh, embarrassed? You tell me that I won't work out, and then you just walk out on me, leaving me alone, and you just feel embarrassed about it? That's not what... Toby looks away, sighing and pinching the bridge of his snout. That came out wrong. Damn right it did. Why did you leave? He glares back at me. Shouldn't you know this, Jack? It's complicated. Yeah, I do know. Still, you should have just talked to me. Told me what you were going through instead of just dumping me out of the blue. Look, I fucked up, okay? I hurt you, and I'm sorry. Really. But I was going through my own shit. I was so blinded by my problems that I didn't realize you were having your own. I could have handled it better. But also, like, I wasn't in control. His shoulders slump, and he looks away in resignation. So, I'm sorry. I don't know what to feel right now. I'm angry, sure, but I can also feel something stirring in me, pulling me towards him. No, I can't think like this. He's getting married, goddammit. Do you like her? Huh? You're marrying Paula. Do you like her? Well, yeah, I do. She's been good to me, but not good to the arts, considering she wants to put AI in everything. But I also like you. Do you want to do a threesome? He blurts it out, and I freeze in place. Toby must have realized what he just said because he also freezes. Did he just say that? Oh, fuck, did I just say that? You said that. I did? You did. What the hell? You said that alright? Fuck. We stare at each other in another awkward silence. But in that silence, my attraction towards him grows. It's the strongest it's been since we were together. Do not cheat. Do not cheat. Oh my god, do not cheat. Please. But should I add on it? Nope. That's a married man right there. Well, about to be a married man. Look, Jack. After tonight, you can just hate me and forget about me and never even forgive me and... No! Oh, no! Oh, God, why is it choice-based? Why is it choice-based? Also, when you're my nachos, listen, move on. Move on. If I get a chance, I will do the fuck it I want you thing. But I want to move on. Be quiet, Toby. Okay, sorry. Look, as much as I would like to fix things between us, I think it would be better for both of us if we just weren't a thing. Really? Yeah, and not just because of your family fiasco. Fiasco? Really? Look, when we were together, I was just really codependent, like, way too much for my own good. And when you left, I was just a wreck. Toby looks at the floor in silent shame. But since then, I've just learned to become my own person. Be self-reliant, you know? Look, I loved you. I loved our time together. I can't deny that much. But that was the past. And I think it should stay that way. Mature. 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 Oh. Toby looks disappointed, but I'm sure he'll come to see. You're married! About to be! Okay. I guess so. Good. I tap his shoulder and give him the best reassurance smile I can. And I leave the restroom, leaving him alone. Perfect, we're gonna stop right here. If the next part is gonna be shorter, I might play the fuck it, let's do this. Okay? Okay, so we got a little bit of tea here and there. I wonder what Frederick's deal about all this is. He's really questioning Jack about this. We don't know much about the bull, we don't know much about the dove, or any other character. I think that's gonna be revealed when we do our little discussion. I will say though, locking the theater is really funny. You're going to socially interact and you're going to like it. That's how it feels. That's how it feels. What I'm liking about this so far is how the visual novel portrays getting sucked into a movie and feeling like you're a part of that movie. That's such a universal experience. I have done that so many times, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do that when I watch Mother Mary tonight. Well, until the next part, I'm so excited for more of this. This is only the first build, y'all. This is only the first build. This is crazy. I'm loving this so far. Well, anyway, until the next part, thank you all so much for clicking on this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, and subscribe if you're really interested. I'll leave a link to the visual novel in the description below if you want to go check it out for yourself, and I'll be leaving links to Rhettoe Raven's YouTube and Blue Sky if you want to support them on those platforms, and I'll be leaving a link to my Blue Sky if you want to support me there as well. And as always, I'll be leaving a link to the visual novel me and my good friends Did the Red Panda made for the February Game Jam called When You're Mine. Please don't show your support to it. If you do enjoy it, maybe consider rating it and commenting on it on itchio. We love reading those 10 minutes a day. And as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!